evening. Welcome back to Prague. We're in the Prague Arena, the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017 semifinals. And it's the second semifinal. It's Greece against France. Well, there's some crazy fans that seem to be filing into this venue tonight. All over the place. Greece unexpectedly making it through the last four. They have really been praising this team back home, and they're excited about this one. This is what's happened earlier today. Latvia scraping a narrow win over Italy, Turkey beating the Slovak Republic, and Spain romping to victory over Belgium. Of course, Latvia and Turkey, with those wins, qualified for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Spain now in the final. Belgium will play in the third place game. And in this one, the winner advances to play Spain, obviously, in tomorrow's title clash. And the loser will go up against Belgium. And I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn, and it's in a way, on form over the past decade, it's a David and Goliath matchup, this France against Greece. But we all know that this is no ordinary Greece team, and it's also a French team that has already had to pull out all stops to beat Greece the first time around in this tournament in the group phase.
Yeah, you have a Greek team that has I really think Maltzi is going down in age with her performance. I mean, she is literally taking the years off the clock. She's averaging 18 points a game, 4.5 assists, 7.2 rebounds. She is doing it all for them. But then you also have Spanu, who's been solid for them on the inside with 11.2 points. And then you have Calcido, and guess what? Last time out, Calcido had 2 technicals. She didn't play a whole lot, so she's been averaging 15.4 points for them. I think it's going to be different this time around. But then let's go and take a look at France. I mean, France has medaled ever since 2009. They've been on the podium, so they know what it takes. This team's experience. You have a lot of returning players from a 4th place finish last year at the Rio Olympics. You have a Celine Dumerc, who is going to do everything in her power to get her team into that gold medal game tomorrow. And she's, I liked Valerie goes with a very deep bench, meaning she literally plays all 12 people, decent minutes. I would love to see her maybe now cut down on the bench a little bit and give those people who can score an opportunity to score instead of maybe distributing the minutes, because this is the time. You got 2 more games left in this tournament. You want to make it to the gold medal. That's what you got to do. So, I mean, there's a lot of people we can talk about, and this Greek team have nothing to lose. France have the pressure, right? And we talked about that. It's harder to play with pressure. It's going to be a really great 40 minutes of basketball.
If you look at Greece running out, they're just bouncing around. They're enjoying the occasion. You know, they couldn't quite believe what they achieved yesterday, winning as decisively as they did against Turkey to get into this situation. And just one quick thing, you want to know how Avina Maltzi did the first time around these two teams met? 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. They lost by 7. Could be an interesting one, I think so. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem starting with France. So that was France. Got some pretty loud French fans behind us all of a sudden. And now for Greece. So we're about ready to rumble.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is what international basketball is all about. You get to the semifinals, it is intense, it's fun, and I mean, look at these smiles. I mean, Greece can't lose, really. They've already qualified for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup by getting to this game. Nobody expected them to make it this far. They have gotten people excited back home about women's basketball. I mean, I'm excited, you're excited, and France, of course, they're always thereabout. They bring their passionate fans with them. The referees tonight from Poland, Russia, and Romania. Belyakov and Martinescu Badalan and Janis Celik. And now it's all about the players. Well, it's going to be the squad list coming up. And we'll look at France, and we're going to look at the starters, and then we'll look at Greece and their starters. I think we probably know who they're going to be. So for France, Epupa, lightning quick. Miem, the veteran, she's been there. Siak now plays a lot of minutes in the low post. Dumerc, the legend. Michelle, I think she needs more minutes. Ayayi, Skrela, Minte, Johannes, excitement, Oman and Chachuan, and it's going to be Miem, Siak, Dumerc. A lot of experience with Miem and Dumerc, and then you've got Skrela and Chachuan, who obviously has battled back from the knee injury, which kept her out of the Olympics. And then, if you look over at the other side of the court, you've got a Greece team that probably not a lot of people know too much about, but what you do know is that Lolita Lemur, for example, number 6, really had a whale of a game. Spiritopoulou was terrific. Maltzi, Nikolapoulou, Sotirio, Cosma, Spanu, Kalsidou, Kristinaki, and Fasula, the daughter of the Greek great Fasoulas, who played on the '87 title-winning team. So it's Malti, Nikolapoulou, Sotirio, Spanu, and Kalsidou are in the starting 5. And Spiritopoulou will come off the bench, no doubt, and hopefully for the Greek fans anyway, will hit some big shots. But it's been a great EuroBasket Women. We saw Belgium's run come to an end for the title anyway. We know that now they're going to be closely watching this game. And Belgium, like Greece, already have qualified for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. But it takes experience to be at this level. And that's one reason why Greece are here, because of that experienced player right there on the left, Maltzi. Look at that. She turned 40 years old in 2018. And meanwhile, Dumerc, she's retiring after this tournament, and she was leading in those statistical categories. And of course, Valérie Garnier, the coach of France, I don't think she would want to see Dumerc leave the national team. She'd probably be welcome back next year. Dumerc, one of the all-time greats, if not the all-time great, led him to the silver medal at the 2012 Olympics. And Konstantinos Karamidis, the coach, who his Greek team was flying under the radar. I'll hold up my hand. I'm guilty. I just did not see it coming, this run to the semifinals.
Yeah, and I don't think people really knew what kind of shape Maltzi was in. She has battled some injuries recently. Part of the reason why I think she probably went back and played in Greece, because, she has strength and conditioning people there. She has her doctors there, and she is, through the grapevine, I've heard she is feeling as good as she has felt in a very long time. So when she is good and she feels good, watch out, because she is electrifying. She can score, and she's just such an incredibly intelligent player that doesn't matter what you do against her, she is going to find a way to put the ball in the bucket.
And she intends to keep on playing. She told us as long as she's healthy, she'll play next year at the World Cup in Spain.
Or maybe we'll even see her at the next EuroBasket. I mentioned maybe this is going to be one of the last EuroBaskets that we get to see Maltzi at, and I was politely corrected by some people who know her, who said, "Hey, she's sticking around until her body says no more." So my bad, Maltzi, for second-guessing your ability. And, you know, she looks great right now. She's got a lot of years left if she can stay healthy and continue playing like she's playing. Look at the smiles on the Greek faces.
It's
They're
incredible.
just excited and happy to be here.
Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Prague. We're getting near the climax of what has been a fun, dramatic FIBA EuroBasket Women. It's the semifinals, the second semifinal. And Greece has started things off with a made jump shot from Nikolapoulou. And no signs of this occasion being too big for them already. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, in fact. Bizarrely, as you look at Dumerc bring it in, and Miam put up the jump shot, and Siak goes up for the follow. Tetouan follows as well, and finally Greece get their hands on it, but it's going to be a jump ball, so France will retain it. Kind of reminds me of the expressions that the Spain men had after they lost Pau Gasol in the 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup. They were having a great time partying going into the final, and they beat Greece, who looked like France kind of do tonight. So we'll see if France have the deer in the headlight syndrome tonight, if they're going to come out and be rampant.
And you know, we just saw France already get 2 offensive rebounds. And this is something where I really think they can exploit a shorter Greek team. So, you know, they honestly have a height advantage almost everywhere, minus the point guard. So that's something they need to attack.
So they need to adjust the shot clock. Or did they say, oh no, there won't be because of the jump ball. Greece don't have the ball, but they do have the lead. And it's imperative, as you say, for Greece to get out there and to box out. Tetouan wide open, and she takes advantage of France's tenacity on the boards, getting that second, third chance. And now Nikolapoulou goes up against Dumerc and turns it over. Remember, Greece fell behind Turkey by 10 points, but never got away from what they wanted to do. They kept plugging away and ultimately recorded a huge win.
And you and I were so impressed how Greece they didn't panic. They knew there was a lot of time left, and they really, I've never seen a team execute a game plan as well as Greece did.
And now it's Skrela and Dumerc getting crossed up. Ball goes out of bounds. So Nikolapoulou has to prove that she can withstand the pressure from Dumerc, who can put the pressure on big time. And now Tetouan gets Calcidou in the neck with the elbow. And also Maltzy has taken a shot, it appears.
This is something, if you're Greek fans, you don't want to see.
A double whammy on the same play. Taking 2.
It's tough, it's tough.
We know France are physical.
Like a bowling ball?
See if we can watch Maltzy. Okay, she's going in. Didn't see any much. Almost just kind of steps into Miam and went down. So Kariu gets in, puts up a very difficult shot. And Tetouan now has it. And now it's taken away by Nikolapoulou, but Siak now has it back, and then the quick hands of Greece. And the key really, we know that France have a great defense. And what we saw from Greece against Turkey is that they have a great defense, although they did allow Turkey to take a lot of outside shots that they just couldn't make. So Kariu has it. Maltzy for 3. Go!
You are looking at a Greece legend in the making.
You are.
Now Dumer, who's hit a few three-pointers in her career. Maybe she's going to respond. And now Chachuan drives in and knocks over Nikolapoulou, or no, over Calcidu. And she picks up 2 quick fouls. She's going to have to come out of the game. And that will bring in Minte. And I don't know what you think, you know, what type of advantage that is for Greece, but certainly we saw how active she was on the glass at the very beginning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Minte is someone who has the scoring ability as Chachong does, but as far as trying to stop a Calcidu and playing defense and rebounding, Minte can do that. I just think they're losing a little offensive kick with Chachong having to go to the bench.
And already Minte comes up with a rebound. Dumeric steps out of bounds. Biggest game, I think, you know, Maltzy played at the Olympics in 2004 when Greece hosted it.
Yeah.
But something tells me this is really the biggest game in Greek women's basketball history tonight. Maltzy drives in, puts it up with the left hand. And Siak didn't even try to block it. She couldn't keep up with her.
I mean,
and Nikolapoulou fouls Dumeric. But that, she made that with the left hand.
She's 38. She's turning 39 this year. And I'm not sure she was even that quick 5 years ago. This is how good her body is feeling.
I'll tell you one thing, my body doesn't feel that good.
Mine neither.
Dumeric for 3. Calcidu with the rebound. And everything's going according to plan right now for the Greeks. And not that time. Maltzy fouls Dumeric. Excuse me, throws it into the hands of Dumeric. She knows that was a bad pass. And Dumeric is defensively making plays for her team. So 2 fouls now on Greece, and they want to be as disruptive as possible. Disrupt the fast break. Into Siak. And Siak misses. And foul going for the rebound on Greece. A push. Fouls on Maltzy. Estrella gets it to Minte. Hits it to Meehan, who drifts into the lane and banks it in.
Quite sure Minte intended on passing to Meehan, but I think Meehan was in the right spot at the right time and made the right cut and was the beneficiary of that pass.
Maltzy goes baseline, passes it out. Calcidu wide open. And Siak does a great job of keeping Spanner away from it. And Dumeric explodes into the lane and travels.
And keep in mind, when we're talking about Maltzy and Calcidu, this French team know those two players very well. Both have played in France before, so
used to be teammates, right?
Yeah, with a lot of these people, they have been teammates. So they know each other incredibly well. They know their skill set. They know the scouting report.
Nikolapoulou puts up a jumper as well at the back of the rim. Greece trying to stretch that French defense and maybe open up some lanes. But we also saw him hit the jump shots against Turkey. Estrella has her pass batted, but falls right into the hands of Mia.
Again,
goes right
time, right place for Edney Meehan, who leads this team in scoring. So it's good to see her getting off to a quick start with 4 points already.
Sophie Rio gives away a lot of size against Meehan. Into Spanu, who is swatted by Meehan. And now the pass up to Minte, and she's rejected by Calcidu.
I mean, that's a good job, and I actually like this tempo for France. You know, they're typically not a team that likes to get out and run, but they're looking at doing that today. And you know, a nice little headman. Okay, you know, it was great defense by Calcidu to get back and block Minte, but I mean, they have the ball underneath their basket with 18 seconds. They're in a good position because they pushed the ball.
Strela goes up and scores with the reverse layup, and France are right back in front now. 6 unanswered points. Sotiru rather. A long jumper. And Karabitas remains patient. Millions pass intercepted and almost turned right back over. Pass down low to Spanu, and she goes right at, is it Liam or Minte? And finally going tough right now down low. It's Strela's reverse.
And just, you know, looking at the stats right here, France already has 6 turnovers, and in their preparation games and even this tournament, I've seen them turn the ball over a lot more than they're used to, or that they used to at least in the past, and I think that's because they are trying to move and play at a little faster pace, but 6 turnovers is way too much. So credit to their defense for only giving Greece 7 points so far.
Oh, the pass cutting, Minte, she looks the part.
You know, that's a nice patience from your post player. She waited, she saw the double, even triple team. Oh, and here you have back.
Oh, nice pass, but Minte came in and stopped Maltzi's progress. Interesting with Lolita Lemura coming into the game around the point now, as you see the replay of Minte's basket. Lemura was huge against Turkey. Might find it difficult tonight. And Calcidu ties it with the 3. And the reason why I say Lemura might find it difficult is because of the blinding speed of Epupa.
Yeah, and you know, Epupa has been told to pressure. Get out, pressure, try and cause turnovers. Look at this. See, that's where France can exploit Greece.
Well, terrific play, Antasiak. You almost think you've got to double down, although it's the first basket for Siak. Sotiru going up against Amont also coming in. And Maltzi hands it off to Spanu. And I'll tell you what, Greece pass it well. Very intelligent play from Maltzi and Spanu. Amont, that's inside the arc. And Sotiru is having a hard time staying on the court. In fact, all the Greek players are staying on their feet, rather. And we get to Calcidu. Sotiru, it's good. 3-pointer. Greece go back in front right at the end of the shot clock.
And that's a deflating defense because France played defense for 24 seconds and Greece scores a 3-pointer, so that's tough. Oh, and here you have an offensive foul.
Wow.
Again, it's a moving screen foul, I think, a back screen by
Look at Sotiru getting it off just in time. And he gets high five. Sotiru coming off for a breather as Spiridopoulos comes in. Spiridopoulos.
And now we have Alexia Charteru coming in to give Siak a break. You know, Siak's already played 8 minutes in this quarter, but you talk about young talent that France has, and we talked about this in yesterday's game. She is one of the rising stars in European basketball.
And you know, you played against her. Calcidu tries to bank it in, but overshot it. Epupa drives down the lane and draws the foul.
And, you know, if I'm Greece, I'm looking at the scouting report and I'm going, Epupa's not, I mean, that was a great take. But Epupa is not a great shooter. She's not a three-point shooter. She's not really a shooter even just from inside. So you got to gap her. You got to take away that penetration because she can either score, go to the free throw line, and she is skilled enough to make the pass. So you have to, you know your scouting report well enough to say, okay, I need to take away her strengths and make her go to her weaknesses.
But I like, on a different matter, I like Garnier, what she's done. She goes so deep to her rotation so early that she's now got two more, Johannes and Michelle in. And they're not going to let up defensively.
No, they're not.
And you would especially expect Michelle to get after those Greeks. Look at Epupa. And she's fouled by Calcidu. And she's just hit a couple free throws, and now she's going straight back to the line. So that's a costly turnover.
And speaking of Epupa, correct me if I'm wrong, listeners who know better than we do, but I believe she's taking her talents to Turkey. So, you know, she's going to have a great opportunity playing for Galatasaray. And the famous coach who led Serbia to that bronze medal last year in the Rio Olympics. And, you know, I think it's a great decision from Epupa to challenge herself and get better playing against different people in this young career of hers.
Well, France back up by 3 points. Epupa just waiting for an opportunity to take that ball away from Lemura. Maltzy, and she loses it. Michelle, right off the bench.
You know, I played with Sarah Michelle. She has such long arms. And she's an intelligent basketball player, but I'm telling you, she has the longest arms that she is so hard to play against when she's on defense.
Chartereau, the three-pointer, and that takes it up to 6. And these are players that have just come off the bench. Maltzy tries to answer immediately.
You know, I don't think that's a bad decision by Maltzy because they're going to get the ball
again,
back.
Quickly to the other end. And France now are rolling. Biggest lead of the game, 8 points. So Greece will try to hold it for 1. Spano gets it. She doesn't want to take it too soon, but at least she gets a look and stops the drought. But France have a chance to get the last one. Michelle goes up and just a little long. But a good look nevertheless, and the reserves really bringing something tonight for France here early. They lead at 23-17.
You know, look at that, 50%, 66%, and I think both these teams have played good defense. So for France to be up 23-17 and have 7 turnovers, they should be feeling good.
Well, it's there was a lot of good from Greece, but really things changed when Garnier went to the bench and brought in Epupa, Chartereau, and they really made a couple, and Michelle, and all 3 of those players came out and made some big plays.
Yeah, they did, and that's how talented and deep France is. You know, they can come in and their bench people are already contributing. You know, you have Epupa with 4 points. You have Minte with 2. Charteroux already has 5. You have Mary Lamont with 2. So that's a lot of bench scoring already and contribution. And you know what? Johannes hasn't even shot the ball yet. So she's one of the most electrifying young basketball players on this talented French team. So she gets going. And now look, they're subbing in Ayayi. I mean, Ayayi is almost just as exciting as Johannes, so.
Greece are gonna try to take the steam out of the game a little bit.
So now you see Ipopa has got the task of guarding Maltzy. So I'm wondering if Greece will maybe run some sort of a...
Try to post up.
Yeah, because there's a definite height advantage.
And Lemura guarded by Johannes. And again, right idea, but not executed.
And you know, if I'm Maltzy right now, I'm trying to tell my teammates, hey guys, I got an advantage. We got to look to get me the ball.
So Johannes Charteroux goes up with the left hand, and she really is bringing, in fact, the right hand, she's bringing it, isn't she?
She is, I think. Oh, look at
him
that.
hustle back and take the steal. Nicolopoulou is going to come back in. Oh, and Ayayi slips and falls down. Hopefully she's all right.
I think she might have slipped on the ref's shoes there. And you know what, it sucks, but I mean, it's the same thing when the ball hits the ref and then it goes out of bounds. You're like, get out of the way.
Well, I think Greece will take any type of break they can get at this stage.
But, you know, we didn't see Greece panic yesterday, 2 days ago when they were playing Turkey. And they're not going to panic now. I mean, they're experienced enough to know that they have a lot of weapons on the offensive end.
Spiridopoulou gets it over to Maltzy, and Ipopa falls down. Spiridopoulou, go! So back to 25-19. And you would have thought that Maltzy would take that on her own, but she was more than happy to share it. Now Greece in a 2-3. Nope, they're still in the man. Ipopa hands it off to Amont. And shot clock violation. I thought maybe she had hit it off the rim in time.
Well, I think maybe she got rejected a little.
This was Maltzy. See how she gets it. Bottom line is, when you're a team like Greece, you do need to hit your jump shots, and you do need to trust your shooters, your jump shooters.
You do, and you know, France is going to collapse on Maltzy when she's penetrating. So people around her have to hit shots tonight.
I mean, every team has to trust their jump shooters.
Look how far out France is pushing Greece in their offense.
Bano drifts in, goes with the left hand, and that's better from her. So Greece, having fallen behind by 8, have got back to within 4. Ayayi for 3, and she overshot it big time. Now, the Polish referee wants to go have a word with the scores table. And Valerie Garnier is trying to make a switch, or is she trying to have a word with Amont and Charteroux? Yes, she wants to make a switch.
And you know, that's not bad. Your bench post players come off, give your starters a break, and they outscore the starters 9 points compared to 6. You know, you've got a talented team when that happens.
Nicolopoulou, she's going right down the lane, puts it up, and just missed the layup. Johannes showing us her amazing skills. Really burst onto the scene with France last summer at the Olympic qualifying tournament, and then got to go to Rio. There she is. She's a long way away, and that doesn't matter. She nails it. And Johannes, her first three of the game, and then the quick fire response from Nikolapoulou. So Cooper comes out, Dumerc comes back in, and in a way, you kind of feel like that's better for Greece, for Cooper to go out.
Yeah, I mean,
which is strange to say considering Dumerc is coming in.
You know, Popa, she went in, she was 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 assists, 1 steal, 4 points. She did what was required of her.
Yep. She's,
I think as soon as she can develop an offensive game, she is going to be an incredible point guard.
Look at Johannes now. She's starting to heat up. She's going to go basket, and she's going to, almost. But she has moves, doesn't she? She can shake, and she can bake.
She can.
And she's got some hops.
And, you know, those who follow French men's basketball, her and Nicolas Batum both come from the same little town in the Normandy area. And he's been a big mentor of hers.
Calcidou hits it. Grazes. I'll give you a little insight. I already told you.
Pardon?
Batum.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, Batum. And even, you know, when he made it to the NBA and started becoming big time, they still kept in contact. And he, you know, he watched some of her games. He supported her. He, you know, gave her advice and things like that. So, you know, you love to see these talented superstars giving back and supporting women's basketball. Oh.
Well, she puts that one up.
She made that. And this is where she still needs to learn a little bit. I'm not sure that was the greatest shot decision.
Look at Calcidou drive in and get the foul on Siak. And, you know, I don't know who's going to win it, but you just get the feeling this will go the distance. Because these teams just aren't, I don't think they're capable of blowing it wide open. The quality of the opposition is too great.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I think this is going to go down to the wire. And, you know, I don't think we've ever seen a French team, at least in recent history, put a team away and blow it wide open. And this Greece team is not going to back down. They're not going to give up ever.
Charteroux has 7 points to lead the scoring, the 18-year-old. How about that? I mean, we did see France win decisively against Slovakia, but they don't really.
I mean, I don't think Slovakia played a good game.
No.
So, you know, at least against a top medal contending team, that's not going to happen. I think it's more this Greek team is not going to back down. They're going to play 40 minutes no matter the score. And they're just talented. I mean, I would say Calcidou and Maltzy, you know, Maltzy is MVP candidate right now. Calcidou has to be at least all-star candidate in this tournament. So they got one of the best guard combos in this tournament.
So Calcidou makes the first. And Greece have done a good job. It was starting to look a little iffy there when France went up by 8. And they seem to have stabilized things. And Nikolapoulou has come out and played, brought a little bit of fire to the calls tonight. Calcidou is playing better today, I think, than she did yesterday. Sotorio has provided some scoring punch. It's not the Evina Maltzy show. Although it very quickly could turn into that. Just like it could turn into the Celine Dumerc show. Here's Ayayi. Looks to go baseline and difficult pass. How in the world did she control that? There's only 0.1. Now, they might add a couple. Oh, they're going to put 2 seconds back on.
0.3. No, so yeah, it's 0.3. So really, you have to throw it up and tip it in.
And that was an interesting play. Get it to Demerick and let her throw it reverse over the back of her head. So Kalsidou, Fasula's in the game now, and Fasula telegraphed the pass. And she is going up, and she'll make Demerick earn it from the line. And Johannes comes out, and Skrela comes back in. You take a player like Johannes out, and it really does affect how you're going to approach your offense when you bring in Skrela with her in her place. Nian doesn't seem to be kind of getting many touches on offense.
Yeah, I just don't think she's getting touches, you know. She has those 4 points, and like I mentioned, I think she's just in the right space at the right time because they weren't intended for her.
Nikolapoulou gets it over to Evina Maltzy. She goes baseline, hands it off, and decided to take it herself. Looked like she could have handed it off.
Yeah, a little dump pass for an easy layup to
it was Kalsidou, maybe? Oh, look at Kalsidou come up with a steal. And Ayayu's limping. And then Kalsidou is fouled. I think Ayayu needs to come out. She's got like a knock or something. There she is. Battling Ayayu. She's walking awkwardly. So 4.5 minutes to go. Just as close as we anticipated it would be. Look at that. What is that? Oh, it's a rooster? And Nikolapoulou is getting it. Look at the defense from France. You can see they're picking it up. Somebody's got to be open, and Fasula, I think that was a tough pass.
Yeah, and you know, if I'm Maltzy, you have to know who you're passing to. And I'm not taking anything away, but you have to understand, you know, it's a young player. She's not used to those kind of passes yet. So be patient, maybe look for yourself. Just know who you're passing to.
So Spano will come back in, and Kristanaki will come in. And look at that. Nikolapoulou almost forced a turnover, and Taquan is able to get it. So they punish the Greeks. Maltzy hits to Fasula. Yep.
And you know, that's a pass and a catch that she can make and a basket. The other one was just it was too difficult.
Nian gets in the lane and contact, but no call. So substitutions here is Kristanaki comes into the game. Spano and France have 6 seconds on the shot clock.
See, this is where they can punish Greece.
Taquan gets inside, gets it back to Siak, and she got it off just in the nick of time. So back to a 5-point game. We saw what Kristanaki could do yesterday with her shooting. And Spanu there for the rebound.
I really like her game.
I do too.
I mean,
Spanu.
She is, yeah, sorry, Spanu. She is undersized, but she knew exactly where that ball was going to go. You know, she reads the game so well.
And Dumerc misses the three. The ball goes back over to Greece. I tell you, when you put her in the game, for France anyway, it's like throwing a Spanu in the works. Got to deal with it. Okay. That was a bad joke and you didn't get it. Right. Nikolapoulou brings it up the floor. And Greece are right there, 33-30. Kristanaki has it. Might she try to put the ball on the deck and go to the basket? Maltzy's going to put it up. And man, Siaka's really doing a great job with her box outs.
Well, I mean, she has to. Spanish is just so talented at reading.
And Skrela ran into her own player. Siak couldn't get away from her. And Maltzy took advantage just by knocking the ball away.
She almost got trapped by her own player.
Siak was like, I'm moving as fast as I can. And then struggling a bit.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if she knew the shot clock or not.
We were saying she wasn't getting that many touches, but the last few times she's gotten touches, and things haven't gone too well for Indy Miem, one of the most experienced players in European basketball. Nikolapoulou goes back to Maltzy. Gets it over to Kristanaki. She chased it. Good box out there by Dumerc. And that was the case, maybe Greece rushing it a bit. Maltzy trying to make the pass to play. But it was all because of that defensive pressure. Just like Spain's defensive pressure forced Belgium into making passes they didn't want to make. Kaltsidou will come right back in at the next opportunity. Skrela. So you know you got to guard Charteroux. And good hands from Spanu, but it goes. Now Charteroux puts up another three, and this time the rim, there's no love. And the ball goes off for Dumerc. And Spiridopoulou is she okay? Yeah, she's all right. She's getting up. So timeout with 1:18 remaining. France on top 33-30. We're in Prague, and it's the semifinal of the EuroBasket Women, and the winner will play Spain.
You know, not a great three-point shooting percentage from either team, but they have been shooting the ball well, exceptionally well from two, both these teams. So, you know, that's why it is only a three-point game. I mean, we're going to say this all game. This game is going down to the wire, people. It's going to be an exciting game. There's so much on the line. Rebounds, so 7-19. I mean, that is a big difference already just before halftime. So that has to be a thing of concern if I am the Greek coach a little bit. They got to do a better job of rebounding. Maybe try and go and crash and get some offensive rebounds too. We see the young Charteroux there hitting a three and then running out in transition. I mean, that's your young post player. Look at that, takes the contact and still finishes. She's going to be a player. She's exciting to watch, and she has exciting young talent around her as well. So this French team is going to be talented for many more years to come, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we've seen more from Alexia in this game. Well, no, she did hit the three yesterday, but I mean, you begin to appreciate that she's got that in her arsenal when she does it 2 games in a row. Nikolapoulou to Kristanaki. Kaltsidou spins. Kaltsidou doesn't want to pick up any technical fouls tonight. She had to leave the game the other night. Oh, Dumerc barely saved that ball from going out of bounds. And Nikolapoulou trying to put the pressure. Now Mente, her pass again off the hands of Indy Miem. Indy Mim having a bit of a nightmare right now, offensively. Merrick out, Okupa back in.
I mean, talking of nightmare, France has 13 turnovers already.
Yes, I mean, the last 3 or 4 are down to Mim.
I mean, it's that or she's throwing the ball off the backboard. And
now Calcidu works and gets a foul on Mim. So they'll be okay with that. Greece, I think. France will be as well. That's only the first on Mim. They don't have any more fouls to commit, however. So the next foul will put the Greeks on the line. Nikolapoulou.
oh, great read.
It was a great read. And they know exactly. This just tells you they're well scouted because Mente was right there cutting off the passing lane.
She was. She knew exactly where that ball was going to.
So France did a good job getting ready for this game.
And that's the
other thing
beauty.
is they played them once already. So.
Yeah. You see Spaniard is actually leading the way with 8 points, Calcidu 5, Malti 5. So, and Nikolapoulou has 5 as well. So that's not bad because that means Malti and Calcidu haven't even got going yet. So if you're Greek fans, I think you're saying, you know what, they had a slow first half. They're going to be able to come out hard in the second. And then look at that. You have the 18-year-old Chartreux 7, Chachon 4, Siak 4, Ipupa 4. So really, the typical top scorers for these teams haven't even started to go off yet. So it's going to get exciting. Skrilla says, oh, no.
Well, the relatively low score, I would say, suggests it's been a real defensive battle. But it's also been a little sloppy. Greece themselves, they've got 9 turnovers. That's high for them. And yeah, you said the 13. That's
it's a sloppy basketball game. 22 turnovers between 2 teams in the first half.
Nikolapoulou is guarded by. Do they understand the time? Nope, they weren't able to get it off in time. The shot clock. So 13.6 seconds remaining. And Greece would like to keep it at least a 3-point deficit. France obviously would like to bump that margin up. Have they called a timeout or have they not called a timeout? Meanwhile, the players are on the
And the
floor.
players are like, what do we do? And the cheerleaders. Maybe they'll start joining the dancers.
I was about to say maybe the players will start dancing with them.
I mean, you and I would have started dancing, right?
Well, if previous evidence is previous night's work, any evidence, yes, we would have. You certainly know how to get out and shake a leg. Okay, so they wanted to look at the video replay on something.
So maybe they're thinking that Coach Garnier didn't call it in time. I'm really not sure. I'm guessing maybe she didn't turn to the bench and call it in time.
That's well.
But the ball went out. It's a shot clock violation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe she said, I don't want it anymore. I already had an opportunity to talk to them.
Okay, so the final 16 seconds. Johannes guarded by Maltzi. Johannes flies in, gets it to Mente, who passed up the shot, and Mia finally gets to take a shot that she makes. So a little bit of a blow there that France have been able to meet out right at the end of the first half. They lead it 35-30.
You know, what I was talking about earlier, 56% from two for Greece and 60% for France, 27 and 20 respectively. Go to your two, guys. Those are what's falling. And look at this, 7-19. That is something I would be concerned about if I was the Greek coach. 14-9, I mean, 14. That is just too much if you want to win a game.
Where did that other turnover come from?
I have no idea. It was 13 a second ago, and actually Greece turned it over, so I don't know if they gave it to, let's see if it's on here. No, they have 14 on our stats as well.
So it's heating up nicely, and now it looks like Indy Mia might be hitting her stride. Second half action coming right up from Prague.
Please welcome here Melanie from France. There is one shot from the half court. Dámy a pánové, tady soutěž Hyundai Laviša. Pojďte si na soutěž krásného výstupu. Zvozeme Hyundai i35 kopry. Zaměříme na 3 měsíce. Melanie from France. 3, 2, 1, is yours. Too short, unfortunately, but never mind. Melanie from France, thank you for your applause.
iniziamo, vai Fili.
Denní přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objevujte si za 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnohatý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav vytápí na 60 000 domácností. Díky naší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny Otokovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český litvek všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matury a pomerančové mambo. Tam máš dáma. Vaše hvězdy chutí klubem. Ochucená matury s ovocnou šťávou.
Je výborné, od pondělí do pátku od 9 hodin živě na Radiu Žilé.
Is that my dinner? Look, hey, look.
Univerzita Hradec Králové, paní basketbalu.
Are you gonna play basketball? And what about Vale? Vale's just gonna sit there. Hello, Vale, hello. Hello, Vale.
This is the 8th meeting between Team France and Team Greece since their first match in 2003. Greece has never defeated France. This is the day between the Dámy a pánové, od roku 2003 došlo k prvnímu vzájemnému zápasu obou celků na evropské scéně, kterém odehrálo 7 vzájemných zápasů mezi Francií a Řeckem a Řecko Francii nikdy neporazilo. Je dnešním dnem, kdy se to změní. Less than 3 minutes. The score is Greece 30, France, 35.
35-30, France on top of Greece at halftime in the second semifinal of the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017 here in Prague. The winner will go on to face Spain, who won convincingly against Belgium, brought a terrific EuroBasket to an end for the previously unbeaten Belgian Cats. And the loser of this game will face Belgium, and that will not be easy by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know what you think, Shona, in terms of Greece and France, what they need to do, but I suspect maybe the defense. I don't know if they're going to keep up the same level on the French end, on the Greece end. Maybe they're going to pick it up. What do you think? Because remember, they played a lot of games, and Greece actually they played one more game than France because they had to win a quarterfinal qualifier.
Yeah. You know, they do have one more game. They have some older legs in a Malti, who's turning 39 this year. Katsidu's a little older. But you know what? When you have 20 minutes left, you're 20 minutes away from playing in a gold medal game at a EuroBasket, you forget about those things, and you're going to push. You know, where I could see them starting to make mistakes is mentally, just because of fatigue. But this Greek team isn't backing down. They're only down 5. If I'm them, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about being down 5. You know, looking at the stats, they only have 7 rebounds. That's unheard of, to be honest.
This is an area where they can improve, or where they need to improve. But is this an area where they can improve?
I don't know. And you know, if you look at them, they're shooting 44%, 56 from 2. 27 from 3. These aren't horrible stats. They do have 9 turnovers, which is too much. But then again, France has 14 turnovers, and France is shooting 48% on the game, 63 from 2, 20% from 3, but they have 19 rebounds. So there are things that this Greek team can do that are easy to change. You know, guys, you got to rebound. You got to give us more options.
Well, just to illustrate it, they had 38 rebounds the first time they met, and France had 42, so they were much closer.
Yeah.
And what was interesting about that first game is that France were they were 3 of 18 from three-point range, and Greece were 8 of 20. Where Greece really hurt themselves in that first game was the free throw line. I mean, that was where the game, I think, was decided in some respects. France 19 of 22 at the line, and Greece was 7 of 15. So.
And then, you know, obviously Katsidu only being able to play 15 minutes with those 2 technicals. So, you know, if I'm Greece, I got to be pretty happy with the position that I'm in. If I'm France, to be honest, if I'm Valerie Garnier, I probably gave my players a heated discussion about taking care of the ball and being more aggressive. And, you know, you have an enormous advantage with Sia in there and Spanu having the guard her. How can you not bother her more?
What about Apupa starting here for France along with Sarah Michel? Tetouan back in there after she picked up the 2 early fouls. Kind of got lost, and Sekuriu comes up and knocks the ball away. Now Nikolapoulou brings it up the floor, so another turnover for France, which has sort of been their Achilles heel in this game. Anyway, and now Nikolapoulou has to be taken away by Apupa. So.
And that's why Apupa is out there, right?
Well, she's as quick as a cat. And there's Tetouan. And Tetouan earns a trip to the free throw line.
Foul by player number 12. Ekaterina Sotiriou, first personal foul.
And I think Tetouan is also a difficult matchup for this Greek team, so she needs to stay aggressive. And you saw her start the game aggressive, but then she got those quick 2 early fouls and came out and basically didn't get back in until late in the second quarter.
She only makes 1 of 2. That foul was on Sekuriu. The Greek contingent trying to get up, get the team going. Chance of Hellas. It's only a couple of 3-pointers down. So France will be keen to guard that 3-point line. Well, the shot clock about to wind down. Maltzy's going to put up a 3, And it was too long, but the long rebound to Spanu. And then Maltzy drives in. They say, well, she saw the way into the lane open up and got some nice elevation for being the age, 38. Now Sarah Michelle thinks about going baseline, and she passes to Chachuan, and another foul is France do a good job of getting it down low, and this time Soterio comes over like she's been knocked in the mouth.
Yeah, I think she just got a late sort of Chachuan's follow through here.
For Ekaterina Soterio. Substitution race number 6, Lolita Lemura. Left to the game.
And another one that is stays out from Chachuan.
I mean, she can't go 2 for 4 at the free throw line. It's
Greece advantage if that happens.
Yeah, it really is.
Trading 2s for 1s or 3s for 1s. So it's back to what it was at halftime, a 5-point deficit for Greece. Soterio in the game. Interesting assignment. Going to Soterio. Might she try to go past her? Cross court. Calcidu, is that by design? I don't think so. Not for France anyway.
You cannot leave Calcidu that wide open. And that all started because they sort of had this cross screen for Maltzy, but she back cut it instead and confused France's defense.
Interesting. Now inside, Spanu read the pass to Sia. And now Greece have a chance to knot it. Even take the lead if they knock in a 3. Spanu, boy, patient, but Soterio just kind of played perfect defense.
And I don't know, maybe Valerie Garnier didn't yell at them loud enough in the locker room, but guys, you have 16 turnovers.
And they're playing a 2-3 zone, Greece. And the ball stays out, and it's rebounded by Calcidu.
You know, Popa's getting mad at her teammates because she says, I'm picking up full court, and they're kind of sloppily throwing the ball, and you guys aren't there picking up either.
Now Maltzy almost dishes, and great defense by Chachuan. She's going to take it. She's going to go right at Spanu, and she's not going to score, but she'll get it back.
I don't think it hit the rim, so there's only 11 seconds. I'm not sure they're aware.
Pupa gets in the lane, puts up a little runner, and Soterio gets it. So another chance for Greece to pull level and take the lead. Lemura. Ooh, a tough pass for Maltzy. Now 5 on the shot clock. They're stepping out on her. Back to Lemura for 3. And she put up an air ball. Hasn't made quite the same impact in this game that she did against Turkey.
No, and you know, she was a spark plug off the bench for them. She came in and did absolutely everything for them in that Turkey game.
But I think that the difference being the defense is just that little bit better for France.
Yeah, give France credit. I mean, and they watched the game, they saw what she's capable of doing.
Chachuan just kind of feels her way in the lane and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Second personal foul. Substitution for France. Next to the game, Zeli Durant.
Calcidu. And Demir is in the game now. So we've seen this several times, 4 times already. Now at 5, so she's 3 of 5 at the free throw line in this quarter. And again, a 5-point lead for the French. Soterio. Bounce pass to Maltzy. Great read by Sarah Michelle.
And those are those long arms I talked to you about. I thought Maltzy was open. And then go gadget, Sarah Michelle.
Yep. And Tetuan making up for lost time, being on the bench, really being the focal point of the attack. Lemura, Kautsidu. Be careful of those long arms of Michelle Kautsidu. And she drives in, and she gets to the line as well. Boy, she has been excellent tonight, Kautsidu, the former Borges player.
And former Borges, and then after Borges, she went to Villeneuve. So,
Well-known in French
she knows
quarters.
this team very well.
First foul on the side of Michelle.
We talked about her suffering those 2 ACL injuries, literally, I think, about 12 months apart.
Yeah, that's just awful.
It really is. It's just one of those freaky things that can happen to athletes. But
So to overcome 2 ACL,
exactly, 12 months
ACLs is
apart.
remarkable.
Yeah, it really is. To overcome one, let alone,
Yeah.
and then the mental toughness that she had to have had to come back and be still at the level that she was at when she went down with her second one.
She never wavered in her belief that she would make it back, and she has. And here she is playing in the semifinals of the FIBA EuroBasket Women. Michelle drives in. Oh, what a shot that was.
That was a tough layup, and that was pretty good defense by Greece. But you know what? An even better make by Sarah Michelle.
Seeing some flair from some of the French players tonight. The French flair. Lemura. She's going to try to post up Dumert. Hands it off to Spanu, but then she doesn't convert. And then she was hoping to get the foul. Look at this. I mean, this is not an easy shot.
There's nothing easy about that. I'm not sure. That wasn't maybe a little bit of a hit on the hand? I mean, I didn't see a lot. I think Minte just is that much taller than Spanu, and she was able to get a little bit of a touch on it.
Oh, look at this. And Maltzy, are they going to catch up with her? I don't think so. Ivina Maltzy with the steal, and now back to a 2-point game. If it's Dumert, do you not just want to blow past Lemura? Nope, they're just going to pass it.
You know, Dumert hasn't got scoring in this game yet, so I think she's wanting to get her teammates involved. And here is where they have the enormous advantage, and I have no idea why they don't keep going to SIAC more. Tell me how Spanu, I think Spanu is a great player, and I think she does a lot for the height and the position that she has to play. But look, SIAC is an entire half a foot taller than she.
She's a skyscraper. Of the French
It's like
variety.
the CN Tower in Toronto. Oh, I guess the Eiffel Tower. Sorry, she's
Yes.
French.
And Soteriou. Oh, steps back. And says, if you can give me a 3, I'll take it.
They're not going away. Look, they've chipped into this lead. They're only down 1 right now. We said it's going to be an exciting game, and we have not been disappointed so far. And I love this matchup zone that Greece does so well.
Oh, Soteriou comes over and gets the block, and she doesn't want to demonstrate too much.
She can't demonstrate too much because we have seen the refs call technicals, you know.
Look at Soteriou at the other end when she knocked in the 3-pointer. Well, the French are going to the line. 8 of 11. But they've been getting to the line a lot in this quarter. SIAC takes advantage and takes it back to a 2-point game. In fact, she doesn't take advantage, full advantage. So now Greece can pull level again. to hold. First foul on Celine. She's big enough to be called Celine, isn't she?
She is. I think people know her well enough who are tuning in that we can just call her Celine. You know, her nickname in France is Caps. I think we could even call her Caps, to be
Caps.
honest.
Okay. I've not heard that, so that's Caps with a capital C. And why is it Caps?
Well, I don't know. Right now, she is the most capped.
Oh, right.
Maybe she knew that was in her future. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll try to find that out for you guys by tomorrow.
Calcidu takes a tough shot and draws the foul on Mente. Look at the French fans. They're like,
they're nervous. They're sitting down. Most of the time you see them standing up. Right now we have the French fans sitting down and the Greek fans are standing up on the other end. I like how the fans are behind the opposite team's benches though. Do you notice that?
yeah, I know. That's interesting how they've ended up there. Now Calcidu misses the first. Takes her time and makes the second.
That's a 6 free throw attempt for Greece compared to France's 9, but France is only 9 of 13, so it's just under 70%, but they're still not really taking advantage.
Now the pass out to Skrilla, and she gets blocked. But Milliam is right there, follows it up. And now Amont is there.
Talk about staying with the ball. I mean, I thought I was going to hear the shot clock go off.
Now Spanu, has she got time? She passes it to get to Calcidu. It's online. It's good! 47-47. And the Greek broadcasters, Vangelis and Isaac, are going nuts. Oh, God.
They are. We have the Greek
Let's keep it
broadcasters
impartial,
to our
guys.
right, and then we have the French to our left.
They're being cool, calm, and collected. And then there's us. Right. Now, interesting change here with Stanolanko coming into the game for Lamura here late in the third quarter. So she gets her first minutes. And she's on Dumer. Amont. Pushed by Spanu.
I think they called a little bit of a hand checking. And you know, we talked about that earlier in the tournament. You're allowed to have your back on the player as a post defender, but as soon as they turn around and go for that move, a lot of the post defenders go from an arm bar to a hand, and as soon as you give a hand check, it's going to be an automatic foul, even if you push them or if you don't push them. So you go from an arm bar situation. As soon as they turn around, if your hand accidentally slips and is up on them, it's a foul.
So that is a miss. So again, France not taking full advantage here. They're now 9 of 14 at the line tonight. And 9 of 15, but they get the ball back. Dumeric goes right past the newcomer. They end up with Skrilla. She's inside the arc. She misses, and now a foul has been called on Sotiriou. And now they've called a technical foul. I think they warned him.
This is a technical foul on the bench, and I saw that because I just happened to be staring at the bench. The head coach is allowed to stand up and walk. You know, he's allowed to be in front of the scoreboard area. Sorry, not the scoreboard, but the advertising signs. And one of his assistant coaches stood up and yelled at the ref, and that's why it was a technical. You know, as an assistant coach, you're allowed to stand up and tell things to the head coach, but you're not allowed to stand up and yell at the refs. Honestly, it's almost an automatic technical every single time.
We've heard of Greek tragedies. There's some famous ones that have been written, some Greek dramas.
So you have
And
Miem, shooting her 2 free throws from the holding foul, and then you're going to have the technical shooter after this.
So it's a huge trip down the floor.
Yeah.
A potential 6-point trip down the floor if France were to hit a 3 in all their free throws.
Yep.
Well, if the referees think they have to make the call, they got to make the call. And the Greeks have to be aware that they're only allowed certain, only the coach. And you never know, it could work against them, could get the Greeks fired up.
Yeah, we've seen that happen before. Lucas Mondella got a technical, and his team
ended up being a 3-point trip down the floor.
Thankfully for the Greeks.
And now more chance of Hellas. And Maltzy finds her way. And first attempt for that youngster, no good. Maltzy gets the rebound, misses. And now Spanu gets her hands on the ball long enough to get the jump ball call, so Greece will maintain possession. Here it is again. So 14 seconds now on the shot clock. Lampro attempted that 3. That was her first time putting one up. And Maltzy's going to put up a 3. And she was long. And I think Spanu may have caught Brumerk in the face.
Yeah, I think she inadvertently sort of hit her in the face. Not sure where yet. Maybe her nose?
Well, that was the same part of...
Let's see if we can see this here.
Oh, she got a finger in the eye. She got a finger in the eye.
I mean, we've seen a few inadvertent hits today alone, and this is what I love about basketball. Look at the sportsmanship. I mean, Spanu knew she accidentally got her, and she waited around to make sure she was okay. It wasn't on purpose. I mean, this is basketball. This is what happens.
Yep.
But Celine's telling Coach Garnier that she has to come out right now.
Brumerk asking why there was no foul called. But it's inadvertent.
It is. And I don't really think it was a foul, to be honest, either. So I think she's saying my eye's blurry.
So France will try to hold on to for the last shot, presumably, knowing how they like to play anyway.
Yeah, you have a 3-point lead. You want to go for a last shot.
So Pupa has come back in. There she is getting treatment. What do you think it is? She has to have the eye drops just to kind of clear things up a little bit?
Maybe she got a little bit of a scratch, and there's certain kind of eye drops you can put in your eye to see if you do have a visible scratch. Maybe just to clean out the eye too, You got a dirty sweaty finger in your eye. You're going to want to clean that out just for, you don't want to get an infection, imagine. So, this is not the last we've seen of Caps, the Celine Brumerk.
I don't know about you, but it seems like over the years the French fans have kind of evolved a little bit. They're a little more crazy these days.
They are. Maybe they're traveling with French wine that they're drinking before they go.
That could be.
I agree with you. They have become a lot more rambunctious over the last 4 years.
But also creative. Yeah. But maybe the local beverage. And now Amont and Calcidu picks up the foul. So
Amont's going to get to go to the line too, right?
So she stepped in front, and now she's got 2 fouls. Which one is going to come out for Mente? Pretty Greece had 3 good opportunities to pull level and take the lead, and they just couldn't quite do it. Well, they did pull level. Go back, I'm trying to remember. First one is good. Yeah, they did pull level when Calcido hit a 3 with 1:46 to go. And Amont takes advantage.
And you know, if I'm Ipupa right now, I'm going, I only have 1 foul. I only have 1 foul. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try and cause a turnover because they actually have a foul to give. This is not.
Wow. Was she shooting? Was she in the shooting motion? No, she wasn't. If she was intelligent, she could have said.
I mean, that foul happened really fast, though.
Yes.
But that being said, you know, we saw what I'm going to consider a questionable call earlier today for that Italian game. And Ipupa didn't go for ball there. She grabbed her arm. Am I right? I mean, it didn't look like ball to me.
I would need to see it again. Let's just remind people today what happened. Italy were. Actually, remind me what happened. Italy, there were 15 seconds left.
15 seconds left. Italy was up 1, and they had a foul to give.
That's right.
So Latvia comes down. They run an offense. Stanberga had the ball, got the ball in the post with Zandalicini on her with 9 seconds left. Zandalicini kind of went around the back to foul because you want to foul. That's the situation you foul because you know they're not going to the free throw line and you're up 1. So it's a good foul. And the referee called an unsportsmanlike foul. So it ended up being two shots plus the ball, and then so the who was it who shot? Steinberger, I think, made 2 free throws. So then they were up 1.
Yeah.
And then Italy had to foul again.
No, Steinberger missed. I think it was Vitolo.
Vitolo. So the controversy was that they called an unsportsmanlike foul that late in the game. You know, Jeff and I have the advantage of we get to see the replay. We're right by the video. We have the best seats in the house. Wasn't it unsportsmanlike?
Steinberger did
Steinberger hit them?
She was the one who made them with 9 seconds remaining, or 15 or whatever it was.
So, you know, it's a tough call because, yeah, it was unsportsmanlike.
Well, they're going to try to get something here, and Maltzy, not sure why she didn't come down. Seemed like she kind of rushed it. So not a good finish to the third quarter for Greece. They still trail 52-47. Not that far away, but.
Hey, we saw them cut the lead in that third quarter. I mean, people do not go away. These are great percentages, and this is why the game is so close. Neither team are shooting well from 3, but it's equal everywhere else, more or less.
Okay, Shona, well, as we look at the replays here of or the highlights, rather, highlights, lowlights, whatever you want to call them. I mean, just go back to that point. So at the end of the third quarter, Cooper reached over, committed a foul, and we were talking about what had happened in the Italy game. Italy up 1, about 15 seconds left, foul to give. So Zandalicini took the foul. She did kind of grab her on the right arm. And she kind of also had her other hand, her left hand, on
the other side of her
Steinberger's hip.
Yeah.
And
she wrapped herself around
the referee spots that, and he thinks, right, now you've given the referee a chance, potentially, not just only to call a foul, but an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah.
So you can analyze this, and I'm sure they will. I think the general sentiment is it was a bit rough on Italy to get that called, and you could argue also that it's kept them out of the World Cup. And it's allowed Latvia to go through, but then again, Steinberger had to hit those free throws, which she did, and Italy also still had a chance to win at the end, which they missed. So it's the nature of sport. Fourth quarter underway. Taquan back in the game, and Kristanaki is in the game as well. Nikolapoulou, and they're going to feed Siak, but the ball gets away. So Armidas on his team let's go get it. Konstantinos Karamidas. Sprayla goes out. Johannes comes in.
France, you have 18 turnovers with the entire fourth quarter left. At what point can you say we got to stop turning the ball over if we want to win this game?
Spiridopoulou over to Calcitu. Pulls up at the line, and Mente with the rebound for France. And traveling the call on Epupa. So Nikolapoulou kind of disrupted Epupa.
Yeah, I mean, good job picking up the ball, and she should get rewarded for a steal for that play, to be honest.
And good deny from Siak. Long way to go in this one, but France on top by 5 at the moment.
You know, I keep talking about France's turnovers. They have 18 turnovers, but Greece only has 5 steals. So that means France is literally just turning the ball over.
Yeah.
You know, it's not because of Greece stealing the ball. You know, they're just throwing the ball out of bounds.
Nikolapoulou was trying to post up Epupa. Nikolapoulou, whoa, strong move, but doesn't finish. And now she has to hustle back. Epupa pushes it quickly. Now Siak, I think they'll give her that. Epupa over to Mente, and she gives it to Siak, and Siak just follows up her own missed shot. She's trapped. She finds Mente, and then Kristanaki steps in. Now she's got a break. Tetuan's going to try to catch her. Oh, she rejects her! Sends it over to row H, and then helps her up.
Oh my goodness, where is the highlight reel? She says, not today. You know what? Wow, that has to be the block of the tournament.
Oh, Nikolapoulou fell asleep with Epupa there. She had to know that the theft artist was lurking. That is a minus for Nikolapoulou. So France get it back from Epupa. So a golden opportunity missed by Greece, and now they're down by 7. Is this when France are going to take command?
Yeah, I don't think they're a team that can put away. They can't put their, pedal to the metal, so to speak. And is that a good one?
They can't step on the accelerator?
No, they can't. Maybe it's because they're used to the clutch, so it's a little different. I don't know.
Maybe it's an automatic and it's not.
Yeah, maybe they need an automatic. I don't know. They're not a team who puts teams away, and I think that's one of their disadvantages. So let's see. Maybe they will. They'll call me out on that. They'll prove me wrong.
Well, the coach, Karamidas, is gone with Lemura now instead of Nikolapoulou, and also Maltzi's back in. And Maltzi short, and boy, Mente was well over the rim there to bring that ball down. The winner to face Spain in the title game, and the loser will go up against Belgium in the third place game. Pass over to Mente. She missed everything. I think out of this lineup here with France, you pretty much know most of these players, with the exception of Johannes, are going to want to put the ball on the deck and go to the basket.
Yeah, absolutely they are. I mean, Chachon can hit threes, but I don't think that's what she's most comfortable with doing.
Oh, Kiridapoulou for three, and Greece just kind of hanging around. Now they're back to within 4.
They are, and that's a huge shot for Greece. They needed that. And maybe this will be the momentum change.
And remember, you know they're going to want to put the ball on the deck, and there they go. I think with Mente, you give her that. Johannes, now that's who you have to guard. And Ipupa as well, she can hit it, and she does!
You know what? If I was Greece, I would have said, if I'm leaving one person open on the 5 who are out there for France, it's going to be Ipupa, and she hurt them. That is huge for her, especially with, you know, Celine Dumerc having a little bit of an off night tonight.
Well, Maltzy just kind of bowled her way down there, but doesn't finish. I've seen Ipupa hit the 3 before. Johannes alive! 10-point lead for France.
I've hit the 3 before, many a time. Look at this.
And Greece called timeout. Trying to think is look at Ipupa there. I think the best option really is to sag on Mente, on Chachon, and Siak. But you know, Johannes and even Ipupa. But you know better than me. I mean, you played against her.
I mean, of course Ipupa can hit threes, but it's definitely not her strength. It's not a consistent thing, and that's got to be one of the biggest threes of her young career. It has to be with this senior team.
Yeah, Ipupa only hit one of 3 at the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournament last year. And she actually had played at the EuroBasket the previous year too.
And you know, it's a 10-point lead right now for France, but that means nothing. I mean, this Greek team can, I'm going to say, narrow a 10-point lead in 2 minutes with this kind of players that they have.
Yeah, her first EuroBasket Women 2015, she was 3 of 13. So I just must remember the one that she hit must have been big, but I can't remember which one it was against. Well, one thing's for sure, Greece needed a basket. And Kautsidu turned and she had the shot, but she lost the ball.
Oh, beautiful backdoor, nice pass. Look at this.
Oh, what a play from France, but they don't convert. And Maltzy has to be careful with Ipupa behind her.
You know, that's not a bad foul. France has fouls to give. So does Greece, actually. So, you know, you think you kind of have to use your fouls in a smart way if you're Greece and France. But that was a missed opportunity for France down on the other end. It was a beautiful backdoor.
Kiridapoulou takes it, goes right at Miam, and decides to pass it back out. Now Spanu, Greece feeling the pressure. Spanu puts it up with the shot clock winding down and hits the side of the backboard. Now, Greece have got 5 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. They're down 10. They don't need to panic.
No need to panic at all. And they have veterans, so I don't think you're going to see them start to panic here.
Johannes again, another three. This was short. Points drying up a bit for Greece. Spanu. And she was fouled by Marielle Amont. It's the third team foul now in France.
So, you know, I mentioned that France needs to use their fouls wisely, but you also don't want to get Greece in shooting the bonus because being down, you know, we've talked about this all throughout this tournament, if you're down, the best way to come back into a game is to get to the free throw line because you stop the clock and you can put points on the board. So, you know, France only have one more foul to get before Greece is in bonus. That's two turnovers now from...
And now Johannes gets to and puts it up and in. Out on the break. Now Greece in trouble. France trying to lower the boom. And it's the likes of Johannes. Yep. Kaltsidou puts it up. Challenged by Tetuan. And the Greek hopes starting to fade some with 4:19 remaining.
4 minutes and 19 seconds to play in fourth quarter. 4-point game.
What Greece needs is a turnover. They need to force a turnover and get easy points, and they're just not getting anything right now. Tetuan for three. Good! France have opened up a 15-point lead, and there's a foul off the ball. It has gone south in a hurry for Greece.
It really has. It, you know, nothing is going right for them right now, and you know, Chatchong has not hit the three well in this tournament. So for her to hit that shot, you know, you have Ipupa she hasn't even taken one three. She's averaging half a three per game in the previous 4 games.
Well, the pass inside and Meehan scores, and it ends up being a 5-point trip down the floor. France have the wind in their sails, and it's looking more and more like once again it's going to be France and Spain.
Chatchong hasn't even made a three in this tournament. So talk about waiting until the moment for these players.
Second personal foul.
Maltzy gets inside and just doesn't finish. Just 3 points in this quarter from Greece. They've gone cold. Meehan at the line. Good! And they are putting an exclamation mark on a performance that really was a tight game at the end of the third quarter.
It was, and they're pulling away, and like you said, nothing is going right for Greece right now.
And up and down, traveling, called on Maltzy. Kristianaki's going to come in for Maltzy, and I think for the Greeks,
they still have a chance to medal. Keep this in mind.
Well, I mean, still there's 3:20 left. Some crazier things have happened, but you would think it's unlikely, especially with Kaltsidou coming out as well as Maltzy. They want to come out and finish this game strong if they can. Basula also coming in.
Number 34, Marielle Amont.
Really, you know, France, they shot 5 of 15. And at halftime, or rather at the end of the third quarter, France was 2 of 11. So they've gotten hot from New York. That's one thing here in the third quarter. Merritt back in the game, loses it, and Cosma hands it off to Nikolapoulou. Now it's pass to Kristianaki, who puts it up on the baseline. We've seen Greece miss some layups tonight with the likes of Malti, and she's playing a lot of minutes.
We have. Maybe she got tired. And right now we're going to see France use probably as much of the clock as they can. And you look at the stats here, and how I would say it's the bench players for France who have blown this game wide open for them.
Yeah.
Think about Akupa. Akupa came in for Celine Numeric, who's 0 for 4 turnovers tonight, 1 point. And, Ipopa goes, okay, don't worry, I'll step up. She's 2 for 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 assists, 3 steals.
Well, I think in terms of France, as we've noted, they play a lot of players, and Johannes is worth the price of admission. She's rejoined the price of admission club. And now Ayayi gets the steal, walks the tightrope, and she's going to go up for a layup. And as well as Greece played a couple of days ago, it's just in one quarter just falling apart. The wheels have come off.
Offensive foul by player number 12.
But you have to applaud France. I mean, it wasn't easy. They stayed after it. And is this really a team? I mean, when you look at it, you actually consider this being a team of a first 5 and a second 5. I mean, I think that's the reality with France is it doesn't really matter who starts.
It really doesn't, and they have proven that tonight. You look at this, and all 12 people have scored for them.
Charteroux. Ball goes out of bounds. I mean, don't forget, Johannes really played well last year, played at the Olympics. These are players that have experienced things that most of the Greek players have not.
Yep.
And they can't, and that was noted as well by Belgium after their loss. It's like, listen, we just don't have as much experience as Spain, and that showed in our game tonight. So France and Spain we thought would be locked to finish high, and it's looking like that's going to be the case. Sada Michel races down, puts it up, and the lead is now 23.
You see the French bench.
Kasula tries to keep it alive.
They're standing up, starting to celebrate because they know that they're heading to the finals now.
It's interesting because France have been there or thereabouts, one of the best teams. We saw them win in 2009 when maybe we thought that was going to be somebody else's year, maybe Russia, when that was in Latvia. We saw them get the silver medal in London, but there are qualities about this team, even when the likes of Numeric leave, that make you think, well, potentially, maybe France aren't just going to be just as good as those teams. Maybe they have the potential to take it up a notch. I mean, it remains to be seen. But they've certainly got players like Johannes, Sada Michel's coming off the bench now.
I agree with you. And I'm not sure Bruda is done playing for them either. I know she's taking this summer off, but I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back.
I mean, and the question is, does she want to come back? And the reality is, they're competition for places. And I'm not saying that she's a lock.
Who does she come in for now?
Exactly.
Yeah. You look at her Charteroux. Look what she's doing at her age, and you want to get her experience.
There's Sotorio with a steal. They tried to get to travel. I think she was right on Sotorio. And Armand knocks it away. Well, without a question, it's been a great EuroBasket run for Greece, but now they're going to have to settle for a spot in the third place game. It's France that have beaten the Greeks, and they will take on Spain for the title. Think they're happy? That never gets old, does it?
It does not.
So France led pretty much the whole way. Greece did, in fact, come back and tie it, but they weren't able to really get over the hump. And France ended up winning it 77-55.
I mean, 56% from two. You look at that, 38 to 20 rebounds, an 18 rebounding difference, 19 assists, 23 turnovers. You give 23 turnovers to Spain tomorrow in the gold medal game, they're going to make you pay. We saw that today. So that is something that they're going to have to clean up. And then here we see the high scorers. Calcido, she had a few turnovers late in the fourth. Enmi Mia, 13 points. Siak with 10 rebounds. Spanu with 5. Mariel Lamont ended up with 4 steals. I also think he helped the owners with 3 steals. So, look at that. Calcido, 15, Malsi, 9, Spanu, 8. I mean, they gave it their all. They really tried, and I think they ran out of steam.
All bets are off with respect to France and Spain. I mean, this is a much better performance tonight from France, I think, than what we, in my opinion, than what we saw against Slovakia, the Slovak Republic. And we saw Spain come out and really blow the doors off against Belgium today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, can both of these teams put together a classic performance in the title game? We've seen them play a great final 4 years ago in France, and the question is, are we going to see something special?
And
you know that Spain will want to run.
Yeah, and we saw back in 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but I think France is the one who beat Spain in the semifinals to end up playing Serbia in the finals.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah,
so there's going to be some revenge wanted on the Spanish side. And, you look at this tournament from the beginning, and you always wanted that Cinderella team. Belgium and Greece have been that Cinderella story in this tournament. But I guess, before the tournament said, basketball fans wanted a Spain-France final, because I do believe, and they have showed it, that they are the top 2 teams in Europe right now. So, I'm not surprised that we're going to have this game tomorrow, and it is going to be a classic. So people tune in tomorrow for a game of France and Spain. It's going to go down to the wire like all their games have. And, we're saying Spain's going to want revenge for that knockout in the semifinal in 2015. But guess what? France wants revenge for Spain winning in France in 2013. So it's going to be a great game. Here you see Joanna's with the little step back 3. That's what I think put them up 10 and kind of gave them a little bit of a cushion. And here she is breaking out again. This is another one of those young stars. And for France to be able to go to this many people, there you go, Cha Chong making her first 3 of the tournament at the biggest moment possible.
Well, 4 more games, but 2 hugely important games. We'll see first tomorrow night, Belgium take on Greece. Both of those teams, it's always better to leave the tournament on the back of a win, and certainly when you get a medal, when a medal is at stake. And after that, it'll be this team right here, France, taking on Spain for all the glory. EuroBasket Women 2017. So Mariel Lamont and France have yet again made it to the title game of the FIBA EuroBasket Women. With a 77-55 win. Thanks for watching.
Λολίτα, τι δεν πήγε καλά σήμερα?
Η Γαλλία ήταν ανώτερη σε όλα τα σημεία. Δυστυχώς